So everyone, very good morning to you. And on behalf of Institute Innovation Council, I welcome you all. On behalf of Amity Business School, we are conducting a workshop on problem solving and ideation. I welcome Naresh sir also to this particular workshop and to all my students. Acha, now the point is, see, what happens is when we are planning, I and Naresh sir, when we are planning with the workshop. So we were thinking about that what exactly could be the right kind of topic for a first semester student, right? So what we thought is something like which we talks about more about innovation, more about creativity, more about idea creation and idea generation, and more about problem solving. Because what a trend like you'll see over last like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then I would say during pandemic and post pandemic, I mean a lot of like what you call requirements of the industries have changed. Now they want more creative people. They want people with out of the box solution. They want people with better, I would say, problem solving approach. They want people with ideas. They want people with innovation and creativity. That is what is the change which has happened, right? I know that our students are already very creative, but giving a shape to our creation, creativity, right? We get a lot of ideas every day, right? I hope every student would agree with me. Everyone, we are idea machines. Every day we are getting some idea or the other. Now, what is important is the idea worth? Is the idea, I mean, an idea which probably can change a society, which probably can bring about a change in people's life, which probably can contribute something to the development of maybe a technology, maybe easing the life of people, maybe giving something of value to the society. That is what is important when it comes to idea. Definitely, we are getting a lot of ideas every day. But what is important is, are these ideas worth changing the society? Worth changing the lifestyle style of people. I mean, putting up a value, giving a value to something, creation of some value. This question is very important. So what we'll do is we'll try to find out the answer to these questions. And by the time I'm uploading my PPT, I'll request you all to give a thought to this. That when we talk about these ideas, how we can actually refine our ideas, right? And how we can be more I would say more productive when it comes to idea, how these ideas can be better ideas which can change the industries, right? The way industries look forward to, the way things are moving, right? Just give me a sec so that I can upload the PPTs. Yeah, so what I was talking about is all these ideas which come to our mind every day. How these ideas can be channelized, how these ideas can be rationalized. Apart from these ideas, we do get a lot of challenging situations, a lot of like what you call problematic situations every day in our life. Now, how we can provide a valuable solution to these problems, a different, a creative solution, an out of the box solution, that becomes very important in life. So today in this particular workshop, we'll try to get like more, I would say, a rationalized approach towards problem solving and idea generation, and how these ideas can be of use to us. And maybe in coming since you all are in first semester, maybe by the end of like this program, you may be having some different approach, maybe one or two good ideas, maybe some practical ideas which probably can be of some commercial use or some social use. That we can work on, right? So when we talk about an idea, now what happens in an idea is an idea actually provides a solution to a problem, right? So many times what happens is there is a challenging situation, there is a problem, and you get an idea. The idea is an innovative idea, right? And you try to provide a solution to that. Now, there can be different solutions also. Sometimes what happens is there is a problem, there can be multiple solutions. Now, as managers, as future managers, as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, what is important is we need to work on those ideas which are utilizing the resources in an optimum manner. not wasting the resources, utilizing the resources in an optimum manner. Those kind of ideas probably would be better than the other ideas. So maybe what we have is we have different solutions, but the most, I would say, the best solution, the most feasible solution, the most innovative solution, and the solution which is utilizing less of the resources and optimizing the things, right? That is what is would be considered a better idea, right? The second is an idea can bring about an improvement in an existing kind of structure. There is something going on. There is a structure, there is a process going on in the organization. There are certain best practices in the organization. Now, what an idea can do, an idea can bring about an improvement in those. So that means we can work on improvisation. We can work on improvement. We can work on something better, right? We can go to some kind of benchmarking that can be done with our ideas, right? Idea can lead to invention also. Eureka, right? You all remember that, right? So what idea can do is idea can give rise to inventions also. I mean, new things can come up people would not have thought of. But the business leader thought about something valuable. So those kind of things may happen. It can bring about a change. Now, where the change it can bring about a change in the society. It can bring about a change in the organization. It can bring about a change in the existing practices. So it can bring about a change, a positive change. And that is what is a good idea, which brings about a positive change. The idea can be backed by innovation. We'll see what innovation is in coming times. We'll see in this particular workshop what exactly innovation is, right? So an idea, what an idea, ideal idea should be, it should be an innovative idea, not a bit different, right? A bit creative. The last is an idea. You can get an idea out of a good research. You're doing a research, you're studying something, you're exploring something, you have got more knowledge, you want to explore more knowledge. There is a gap. There is a gap, which sometimes we call it as a research gap also. From there also ideas can come. So this is the way an idea can come. And all these people, if you talk about all these, like what you call business leaders, entrepreneurs, right? These all people, they one time or the other, they had something very unique, a very unique idea, a very unique idea. When we talk about all these, like if we talk about the most successful entrepreneurs, right? Like for example, if we talk about the founders of Infosys, how many people know? Although I'll be asking to start with, I'll be asking definitely easy question, and then I'll be making it a bit tougher. So going on to the easy question, who was the or is the founder of Infosys? Who can tell me out of students? Yeah,
Narayan Murthy,
wonderful. I really appreciate. Who is this boy?
Jatin Yadav,
Ah, good, Jatin. I'm really happy. Jatin, can you tell me the founder of Wipro?
Ajim Premji,
Wow, that's wonderful. That is what I was saying, that our student definitely a creative, good. We are really proud of you. So it's Azim Premji, fine. And if I talk about Ola caps, but I would love if you don't, because you already have given two answers, someone else to come. Ola, who is the founder?
Ritesh
Don't
Agarwal,
Google, right? Ola का कौन है founder? Ola
sir, Ritesh
caps.
Agarwal, Ritesh Agarwal,
भाविश भाविश अग्रवाल है ना?
yes sir, sir Ritesh
भाविश
Agarwal,
भाविश रितेश मेरे को लगता है वही रूम्स का है.
Bhavish Agarwal sir,
भाविश
Bhavish Agarwal,
हाँ that's what I'm saying. रितेश अग्रवाल जो है that is of Ola this Oyo rooms. So Bhavish is Ola caps, right? So when we talk about these people, what happened? They had a unique idea, right? The idea was, for example, when we talk about Bhavish Agarwal Ola caps, what happened was he thought of that there are many people who have got problem calling, they have got caps in their houses, or many don't have caps. So people who have got cars in their houses, calling a driver, some old people and other people who do not know how to drive, cannot drive because of something or the other, calling a driver, so expensive. Many times you don't get the driver. If I provide a ready-made solution, what about that? Right? And many people don't want to have cars now because of that readily these things are available. So an idea can change the society, change the way you look at the society. So when we talk about this idea, definitely this idea was a very, very innovative idea. This idea was a solution to an existing challenging problem. This was a solution, right? Acha, after that, if I ask you one thing to Jatin and other people, if I ask, बाद में once you get an idea, do you need to do a further research to make it more successful? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Then because that idea is a raw idea. उस आइडिया को हमें इंक्यूबेट करना पड़ेगा, डेवलप करना पड़ेगा. We need to develop that idea. And once you develop that idea, so we'll talk about that process also, because usko, then you need a thorough research so that you are more refined. You don't put that raw idea, because the raw idea many times fails. You need to incubate that idea. You need to develop that idea. We will see that. We'll see that, right? So this is an idea about an idea, right? Okay. Now, the idea development process. Acha, from where do you get an
Excuse me, sir, you are not audible.
Sir, you are not audible.
students? Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
I believe there was a serious like network issue. What I've done is I've switched on to a different network, right? So need not to worry. I'm back, right? And is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. So get me just another like 3-4 seconds so that I can upload my PPT where we were, and we'll continue from the same place, right? Okay. Just another few seconds, right? Is the PPT visible to you all? If not, it would be in another 1 to 2 seconds. Yes, it would be. So by the time the PPTs are getting uploaded, we're talking about idea, we're talking about how ideas can be generated, where is the applicability of these ideas, in the sense these ideas can improvise certain like existing techniques, existing practices, right? Ideas like they provide innovative solutions to certain problems, right? So that is what an idea does. An idea, in fact, brings about a change in the, I would say, lives of people, adding value to the existing, like what you call status, and then adding value to society as such, right? So this is where we were. We were talking about idea. We have seen about an idea. Now we are talking about the idea development process. The PPTs are visible. Are the PPTs visible? I'll
पहले
request all
पहले
the students
वो क्या बोलता है
to
Yes,
kindly
sir,
वो
visible.
students to kindly
उसका
switch off their mics. Students are requested, I've muted all. They are requested to kindly switch off their mics, right? And only when I'm asking and you're required to talk, only then please speak. So I was talking about that idea development process, right? So when an idea comes, what do we do? Do we put up the raw idea? No, absolutely no. What do we do is we try to refine the idea. We try to develop the idea, right? Now, what is the idea development process? Before we do is we do that screening. We screen the idea. We see that what kind of idea this is, where it fits, what kind of returns and other things. So then the second is we develop the ideas. Then we start developing the idea. More refinement, more logics, something more, some more research required. And then you need to take the benefit of that research. You need to research more about the market. For example, when Bhavesh would have thought about Ola cabs, he would have researched the market, that what is the size of the market. Acha, in case, I'm asking one question to you. In case I would have been Bhavesh, and I would have been probably researching about my own idea about putting up Ola cabs in the market, and I would have come to know that the market is only, 2-3 crores market or 5 crore market, and a huge investment required or something more, that feasibility is not coming, would I have come with that particular idea, yes or no? Agar market बहुत छोटी होती, once again I'm saying, had the market been very, very small, had the market been very, very growing at a very less pace, the future would not have been that bright. Would I have come with that? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, that means I need to research the market. I need to research on lot many parameters to come to know whether, right, that market is responsive, whether the market is a futurist market, whether the market is growing, if growing, at what pace it is growing, what could be the future of the market, and what could be the future competitors. मुझे वो भी देखना है कि when I enter as a pioneer, tomorrow lot of like Zomato entered. Although ठीक है, first movers advantage मिलता है, I do agree, but Swiggy also came. So you need to see the entry barriers to that particular market, right? Are the entry barriers easy or are the entry barriers difficult? Achha, this is something which probably your professors in the class in coming times, because you are just in first semester, in coming times, they definitely would be teaching you there are certain barriers of the market. There are entry barriers, there are exit barriers. A good market is with difficult entry barriers and difficult exit barriers, right? Sometimes what happens is the entry barrier is very easy, the exit barrier is difficult, the entry barrier is very difficult, but the exit barrier is very easy. These kind of things are there. When we talk about a banking industry, when we talk about a petroleum industry, when we talk about a telecom industry, the entry barriers are easy or difficult? Petroleum industry, telecom industry, aviation industry, banking industry, entry barriers easy hai ya difficult hai? Very
difficult.
difficult. If I may be a billionaire, but I want to launch my own airlines, it may not be easy. I want to launch my own bank, may not be easy. Regulations बड़े difficult है, not easy. तो मुझे ये देखना है किस तरह की मार्केट है, किस तरह के एंट्री बैरियर्स और एग्जिट बैरियर्स है. बट ओला कैब्स वाली मार्केट में बैरियर्स आर वेरी इजी. एनीवन कैन एंटर सीइंग द मार्केट और द पोटेंशियल. तो आई नीड टू डू अ थॉरो रिसर्च ऑन दैट, राइट? देन द टेस्टिंग ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर. अच्छा, दूसरा एक और चीज होती है जिसको हम बोलते हैं पायलट मार्केटिंग. पायलट मार्केटिंग और पायलट टेस्टिंग इज व्हेन यू हैव गॉट एन आइडिया और अ प्रोडक्ट, एक छोटी सी मार्केट में पहले आप उसको लॉन्च करते हैं in a small market, like it can be a metro, it can be a suburb kind of market, right? And then you try to check whether this product or the service would be successful, and when you get a very, very positive result, then you commercialize it, you start the factories, you start massive production, and you start pan India. Only then. So iska matlab is we need to do the feasibility studies also, or the testing or the pilot testing or the pilot marketing, and then launching the product in a commercial manner. So are these things clear to you? कि आइडिया जो है वो कैसे कैसे डेवलप कर सकते हैं. रॉ आइडिया नहीं काम करेगा. आइडिया आएगा आपके पास, दे कैन बी अ वंडरफुल आइडिया, बट देन यू नीड टू चेक द आइडिया, यू नीड टू स्क्रीन द आइडिया, यू नीड टू डेवलप इट, यू नीड टू डू अ फर्दर रिसर्च, you need to do the testing of the idea, you need to do the commercial feasibility study also, commercial feasibility study. And then once that study is positive, what you can do is you can commercialize the idea, you can have factories, you can have massive production, and you can launch that particular product pan India. So this is the way an idea takes the shape of a product or a service, right? Okay. Now talking about finding the right business idea is not easy. Very honestly, I tell you. Yes, Acha, if I talk just a tentative, if I talk to you and tell you, do you know how many people launch their startups is one because they're based on ideas? How many new products or the services are launched in India? I would say every year, some idea. If not idea, I would say, I mean, thousands, if you talk about in a year, thousands of products, thousands of services, and hundreds of startups are taking place, getting launched. How many are successful? How many are successful? Anyone who has got an idea? Any student? कितने successful होते
So
हैं?
90 to
Around 1%.
95% failed.
Who said 1%? I think Jatin.
Sir Jatin, yes sir.
जतिन आई वुड से इसमें हम कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं देखो एक चीज पता है क्या जस्ट ट्राई टू मैच माय वेवलेंथ व्हिच आई एम सेइंग इसको कैटेगराइज व्हेन आई वाज थिंकिंग अबाउट दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग वीक बैक एंड ऑल तो मेरे को लगा इसको हम कैटेगराइज पता है कैसे कर सकते हैं इज वन इज पार्टली सक्सेसफुल सेकंड इज सक्सेसफुल
Yes, sir.
एंड थर्ड
Fully
इज हाईली
successful.
सक्सेसफुल अब पेटीएम जो है पेटीएम किस कैटेगरी में आएगा highly successful. मेरी बात सुनना. Highly successful. There can be certain ideas of product which can be partly successful. There can be ideas which can be successful. Jatin, am I right in saying this? Do you agree?
Yes sir.
So coming back to what you said, you rightly said, when we talk about highly successful, it cannot be more than 1%. Very well said. If you talk about highly successful, products like Ola, products like, I would say there's Ola Cabs, so Zomato, ho, Swiggy, ho, या कोई और हो, 1% who are highly successful. The rest would be either partly successful or maybe successful, and 95% would fail. Do you know that? 95% ideas fail. They fail because of multiple reasons. Multiple reasons can be there. Sometimes we don't follow the process of idea development. Sometimes the idea was a wrong idea, but you just try to push it out of your passion. Sometimes what happens is something is very close to my heart, and I think, no, I should work on. Emotional kind of attachment. Not thorough research was done. Because of that, also ideas can fail. Right? Now, when we talk, so what I was talking was, is ideas is not easy. A good idea, I would say, rather a good idea. Good idea can be difficult, not easy to get. Now, how to get good ideas? One is reviewing the published sources of information such as magazines, newspapers, books, available printed literatures. उसको पढ़ के कभी-कभी आपको कुछ ideas आते हैं. So that could be one source of idea. The second could be brainstorming. Also, the organizations, what happens is, the VP has called up a meeting of the marketing professional. Okay, these marketing guys who sit at head office and are doing all these product launches or services launches. So the product managers or the marketing managers sitting and doing a brainstorming that what should be done. We want to come out with a new product. Okay, everyone to get me an idea about a new product. So there are 10 product managers and 10 have given ideas. Are these 10, will these 10 be successful? No. Then we need to work on elimination kaise karna hai. No, this I don't find to be good enough. No, this also. One idea I'm finding, okay, I think we can develop this. Okay, let's work on. Brainstorming. So brainstorming is a good exercise. And even I tell you, is like people out here, I tell you, everyone, जो भी मेरे को सुन रहा है, Amita, Asmita, Joshi, this, Mishra, Jatin, and other people, right? You all in your classes, the friend circle which you have, sometimes you can have brainstorming sessions. 3, 4, 5 लोगों का एक ग्रुप है, informal groups आपके पास हैं. आप लोग चाय कॉफी पीते रहते हैं या अच्छा ठीक है आई एम सॉरी आई एम टेकिंग माय वर्ड्स अ बिट बैक अदरवाइज आई नो दैट टुमारो यू विल से सर क्या बात कर रहे हैं अभी तो यूनिवर्सिटी खुली नहीं है आई एम सॉरी सो द पॉइंट इज व्हाट द यूनिवर्सिटी इज ओपन एंड यू आर इन द क्लासेस प्रोबेबली बाय नेक्स्ट सेमेस्टर यू हैव योर इनफॉर्मल ग्रुप्स अभी भी आप कुछ तो आपने ग्रुप बना लिया होगा फोन करके जो लोग थोड़ा सा लीडरशिप क्वालिटीज जिनकी है दे वुड हैव फॉर्म तो व्हाट यू कैन डू इज ऑन अ कप ऑफ टी कॉफी समवेयर यू कैन डू अ ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग सेशन. And that, I tell you, can be a very, very positive exercise for your future development. Do you all agree? Can be done?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Yes,
right.
sir.
Yes, this is very bad. And I tell you, this is going to help you a lot in your career. Brainstorming. चार पांच लोग बैठ के on a cup of tea, you're trying to bring out something positive. कि यार कुछ अगर ऐसा किया जाए तो कैसा होगा? Yeah, maybe not only about an idea, but definitely about getting a solution to an innovative problem. Yeah, this is the problem which you're facing. Can we provide a solution to this? Could be an innovative solution? Working on these kind of things, out of the box thinking के ऊपर काम करना. And मैं हमेशा अपनी classes में बोलता हूँ, शायद कुछ मेरे बच्चे जिनको पढ़ा रहा हूँ बीकॉम फर्स्ट एंड बीबीए फर्स्ट सी आर देयर तो minds are like, who can complete the sentence? Minds are like
Parachutes.
Parachute.
parachutes.
Parachute.
They work only
When they're open.
when they're open. So my dear friends, my dear students, minds are like parachute. They work only when they're open. So I would request you all to open up your parachutes. Parachutes अपने open करिए, discussions करिए, brainstormings करिए, right? These all things is going to help you, right? The third is out of hobbies and interest to be ideas आते हैं. कुछ लोग की हॉबी होती है, इंटरेस्ट होता है, यार कुछ नया करना है, कुछ अलग से करना है, कुछ डिफरेंट करना है मुझे, ये रूटीन में मजा नहीं आ रहा. That is a interest hobby. That is also the way you can get certain ideas. Problematic situations. There is a problematic situation and you get an idea, right? That also can be there. And what I'll do is about this problematic situation, I'll get you certain more examples in coming times. एक example मैं अभी दे दूं, एक जो problematic situation हम सभी ने face की है, that is COVID, this pandemic. And I can bet upon that many innovative solutions have come out of this, many. So that is the power of an idea. That is the power of your mind that you can bring about great solutions, right? So problematic situation gives you an opportunity to think in a different manner, to think in an out of the box manner, creative manner, right? That can be done. Challenging opportunities, जो मैंने cover कर दिया, COVID and all, right? So these all are the ways, and plus I mean, doing a research, like maybe you're watching a YouTube video, you're watching a movie, you're moving out somewhere, and anytime a good idea can come to you. And I tell you, एक और चीज मैं बता रहा हूँ, जो भी अच्छे ideas आए हैं, वो सारे researchers या वो लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Ideas are very slippery in nature. Ideas are very slippery. तो ideas जब आए तो उसको तुरंत pen down करना बड़ा important, otherwise वो चला गया, कौन? I hope you all agree with this. तो जैसी कोई आइडिया अपने मोबाइल में कहीं पे भी नोट्स जहां बना रहे वो आइडिया को रजिस्टर कर लें, अदरवाइज वो आइडिया गायब हो जाएगा. बिकॉज आइडियाज आर वेरी वेरी स्लिपरी. डू यू ऑल एग्री कि ऐसे कभी आपके पास आइडियाज होंगे लेकिन फिर अचानक गायब हो गए, भूल गए आप? यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And all these great people, I tell you, including all these, whether you talk about Vikram Sarabhai, the space mission, like pioneer of India, the father of this mission, right? Or you talk about any other Indira Gandhi ji or anyone, they always had a pen and paper in their pockets to write down the ideas. Whenever these ideas used to come to them, they used to write down, I have some idea. Because ideas are very slippery. चाहे वो कवि हो, शायर हो, पोएट्स हो, रिसर्चर्स हो या पॉलिटिशियंस हो, सबके आइडियाज बड़े स्लिपरी होते हैं. So we need to take care of this, right? Okay. So I'll move ahead. What is an opportunity? I did speak about an opportunity. What is an opportunity? An opportunity is a favorable set of circumstances that create a need for a new product, service, or business. ओला ने एक opportunity देखी. अब ये market खाली है. This is a virgin market, and something can be brought on. Zomato saw changing lifestyle of people in Bangalore, Delhi, Pune. वाइफ हस्बैंड दोनों वर्किंग हैं, सुबह जा रहे हैं, शाम को आ रहे हैं. थोड़ी सी लड़ाई भी हो रही है कि सारा काम क्या मुझे ही करना है या तुम भी 50%, मैं भी तो कमा रही हूँ, 50% तुम करो, 50% मैं करूंगे. फिर वाइफ ने ऐलान कर दिया, देखो सैटरडे संडे मैं खाना नहीं बनाने वाली. तो दिस जोमेटो किसने लॉन्च किया? एनीवन? हु इज द फाउंडर? स्मार्ट गाय. वी मस्ट रिमेंबर यार, ही इज फीडिंग अस. कौन बताएगा? जोमेटो. Dipender Goyal? Yes? Can all the students can say yes if they're listening to me? I'll be more
Yes,
confident
sir.
that you all.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Some more yes?
Yes,
Some more
sir.
yes?
Yes, sir.
सुबह का टाइम है, एनर्जी होगी. Once again I want to have few more yeses, strong, दम के साथ.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
That's
Yes,
wonderful. That's
sir.
great. That's great.
Yes,
That's
Sir.
great.
sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
So, Dipinder Goyal, the man who brought, तो इसको भी एक opportunity दिखी कि साहब there is an opportunity, right? Okay, we'll go ahead now. The characteristics of an opportunity. The opportunity should be attractive. Attractive नहीं है तो कोई मतलब नहीं है. It should be timely. Timely जैसे कोविड की opportunity timely है. कोविड के टाइम तक उसका रेलिवेंस बहुत हाई है, उसके बाद कम हो सकता है. तो टाइमली अपॉर्चुनिटी. ड्यूरेबल, जितनी ड्यूरेबल उतना अच्छा है. कोविड वाली थोड़ी शॉर्ट टर्म है, ऑल्दो अभी लॉन्ग टर्म चल रही है. कुछ लोगों का मानना है ये और लंबा जाएगी, जैसे हमारे क्या है पोलियो वोलियो ऐसे वैसे करके नहीं होता है सालों साल से. दिस आल्सो वुड कंटिन्यू. ड्यूरेबिलिटी ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर टाइम और द अपॉर्चुनिटी कितनी लंबी ड्यूरेबल है, anchored in a product, service, or business that creates or adds value to its buyers or the end user. Like when you're giving some product or service, are you able to give a value added package to that particular person? That becomes very, very important, right? Okay. The ways to identify an opportunity, observing the trends. Market में changes आते रहते हैं. You need to observe the trends. You need to predict the trends also. तो projection भी करना है, predict भी करना है based on certain logics or datas. And then when you get to know about a problem, how to solve a problem, how to like fill up the gaps in the market, that is what becomes very relevant, right? Now, when we talk about observing the trends, तो हम trends कहाँ से observe करते हैं? There are certain economic trends. There are certain social trends. There are certain technological trends. There are certain political trends. Like when we talk about GST, आपको पता है GST जो है फर्स्ट टाइम पार्लियामेंट में कब डिस्कस हुआ था? हमने इम्प्लीमेंट कब किया? 1 जुलाई 2017. Yes or no? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Right. और ये कब से बात हो रही है? कुछ आइडिया? कब से बात हो रही है? कुछ आइडिया? मतलब कितने सालों से, कितने कितने पहले बात हुई, कितने सालों पहले बात हुई? सम आइडिया?
Sir, in the tenure of Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
मोर बिफोर कांग्रेस की गवर्नमेंट में और काफी पहले. ठीक है. तो समवेयर अराउंड 19, इफ यू सी 1975 टू 80 के आसपास डिस्कशन शुरू हो गया था. बहुत सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जो हैं उन्होंने इस पे काम करना शुरू कर दिया था. आई एम सॉरी, बहुत सारी कंट्रीज जो हैं दे वर वर्किंग ऑन दैट and many implemented and all. So it was discussed around 25, 30 years back. And how much time did it take? So the point is that I would say prediction, seeing the trends, that what the trends are going. Although इसमें उतना trend नहीं था, but many of the things, the trends are there. For example, when we talk about the investment market, there are certain trends. कभी क्या होता है? The trend is towards more towards the FDs and all. I remember like 15, 20 years back, FDs were very attractive. Then it was public provident funds and all. Then it became shares and all. Then आजकल क्या? Mutual fund सही है. Every cricketer is saying, बोल रहा है कि नहीं बोल रहा? हाँ? बुमराह भी
Yes,
बोल रहा है
sir.
ना?
Yes,
Mutual fund
Yes,
सही
sir.
है. The trend is towards that. So we need to watch the trend. Then you get an idea and the opportunity. You understand the opportunity better. The second is then how to solve a problem. When you have come to know about a problem. Sometimes identifying opportunities simply involves noticing a problem. But the point is solving. अच्छा, solving a problem is सबसे important चीज क्या है? मैं अगर एक लेमैन के एंगल से बात करूंगा, आई वुड से अंडरस्टैंडिंग द अपॉर्चुनिटी पहला. हमें पहला फर्स्ट थिंग इज अंडरस्टैंडिंग द अपॉर्चुनिटी होलिस्टिकली फ्रॉम ऑल द एंगल्स. दैट बिकम्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन what are the factors which are directly or indirectly affecting that particular opportunity or the problem? What could be the different solutions? Which solution could be the best solution? Lot of research is required many times. Are we doing that research from all angles? These all things have to be thought about while solving a problem. Okay. Gaps in the market. Gaps in the market मैंने आपको बता दिया. जैसे for example, when we talk about Oyo rooms, when we talk about Zomato, ठीक है, when we talk about Ola cabs, there was a gap in the market. There was a gap. When we talk about Paytm, there was a gap. Paytm का founder कौन है भाई? Any of my friend who can tell me who is the founder of Paytm? Doing very good.
Vijay Sharma.
Wonderful, Jatin. I really appreciate that. Vijay Shekhar Sharma is there. Now, Vijay Shekhar Sharma belongs to which place?
India.
Delhi.
Aligarh. Vijay Sharma
It's
Shekhar
at Delhi.
has been awarded doctorate degree, PhD, from which university? Jatin?
Delhi Technological University.
No, he studied from there. He studied from there. But मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ PhD कहाँ से उसको award हुई है? Honorary PhD degree to Vijay Shekhar Sharma, the Paytm founder, has been awarded by Amity University. Our own university has awarded him. Amity University, Haryana, Gurugram. Is it clear to everyone? So we should have that kind of pride in ourselves. We should have that kind of pride. कि यार हम जो हैं मतलब we are associated with him in one way or the other. That our university has given him the honorary doctorate degree, right? Okay, so that means finding the gaps, filling up the gaps. This becomes very, very important. The 5 steps of generating a creative idea is preparing. So a lot of homework and preparation is done. काफी homework करना पड़ेगा. You need to do a lot of preparation. You need to do a lot of research. Incubation is very important. You need to incubate the idea, right? Give time to the idea, understand the idea, research the idea. That incubation is important. Then an insight into that incubation is business idea conceive karna, solving the problem, finding different ways of solving the problems, finding the best way of providing the solution, and then the evaluation, elaboration, implementation. Ab just say implementation, where I get reminded about one thing, right? Is you'll be surprised. इतने ideas, इतनी strategies market में industries लेके आती हैं, but there is a huge implementation gap. Because those ideas which are being taken up or given by the product managers, marketing managers, when it comes to ground reality, the lower level pay field staff, your workforce को implement करना, there is an implementation gap. And I would say there is a big implementation gap, huge. We need to bridge this implementation gap. Then only our ideas can be successful. क्या आप इस चीज को समझ पाए जो मैंने बोला? Implementation gaps होते हैं. जैसे प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर मार्केटिंग मैनेजर बोल रहा है देखो दिस इज एन आइडिया, इसको हमें ऐसे मार्केट में प्रोजेक्ट करना है, ऐसे कस्टमर्स को बताना है, ऐसे उन्हें कन्विंस करना है, दिस इज द वे ऑफ डूइंग द थिंग. Many times that is not done the same way. So there becomes a gap in the implementation. आप लोग क्या, could you understand what I mean to say? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Am I on?
Yes, sir.
2 yes. I've got 2 yes out of 178 students.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Right, okay.
Yes,
So,
Yes, sir.
fine,
Yes, sir.
fine, okay. One bird also is saying, yes, sir, I've understood. Okay. Some key question to ask yourself. What are the key questions which you need to ask? What are the advantages and disadvantages of starting a business? There is a need and demand of my product or service. Is there a need and demand? If there is a need or demand, how much demand? What is the size of the market? What is the growth which the market is expected to have? What is the growth which the market has got right now? What is the future? And all other these kind of questions, right? What are the necessary skills and expertise to make it happen? What are the resources required? Are there some competitors? What is the financial viability? And so on and so forth. These are the questions which need to be asked, right? Okay. So innovation. You need to be innovative. And I tell you, when we talk about innovation, what is innovation? Innovation is converting the knowledge into a wealth, which is called innovation. Or it happens when someone improves on or makes a significant contribution to something which is already there, but थोड़ा सा उसको अलग ढंग से करना, जिसमें मुझे शिव खेड़ा, जो कि एक he's a big trainer, like I get reminded of a very famous quote of Shiv Kheda, which some people would have heard of, is he has written a wonderful book called as You Can Win. How many people have read the book? Few people can raise their hands. If you have read the book of Shiv Khera, You Can Win, Hindi mein Jeet Aapki. Anyone who has read? Yeah, I can see Amita has read. Okay, I would strongly recommend you all to kindly read that book. Wonderful book, right? The punchline statement. Amita, do you know the punchline statement?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Please
winners
tell.
don't do different things. They do things differently.
Wow, winners do not do things differently. Winners do not do different things. They do the things differently, and this is innovation. This is creativity, which makes you winner, right? Good, good. Amita, well done. Now, who is an entrepreneur?
Thank you, sir.
Idea man. He's an idea man. He's an opportunity man. He identifies the opportunity, matches up the idea with the opportunity, and provides something unique of value to people, to society. And he's an entrepreneur, right? Now, I want to clarify certain doubts which you may be having, but sometimes you're not able to ask me, right? So those are, ये हमने, like I spoke, today's workshop was on problem solving and idea generation. Now, when it comes to entrepreneurship, कई बार लोग थोड़ा सा they misunderstand that I am talking only about entrepreneurship. No, I am talking about entrepreneurship, but I'm talking about every professional, every student, every individual who has the capacity of generating an idea, who has the capacity or creativity of coming out with an innovative solution. Every professional, every student who has the capability of doing this. It is not only like entrepreneurs. Many times, आप लोग जानते हैं what होता है intrapreneur. Entrepreneur is organization के अंदर रह के working like an entrepreneur. मतलब you are working in an organization. You are a manager, but you behave like an entrepreneur inside the organization, having some more empowerment and freedom to work on this, work on this. थोड़ा सा पढ़िएगा, ठीक है? तो since थोड़ा सा time कम है, तो I mean, अच्छा मैं आपको जो है, since हम बात कर रहे थे problem solving innovative approach, तो मैं आपको जल्दी से पता है क्या करता हूँ? दो तीन फास्ट बिकॉज टाइम थोड़ा कम है मैं आपको जल्दी से दो तीन डिफरेंट क्रिएटिव आइडियाज बताता हूँ जो प्रोफेशनल्स ने निकाले राइट there was a chairman of Tata Steel called as Rusi Modi, right? Somewhere around 1985, right? Rusi Modi. He was the chairman of Tata Steel. So once what happened, he was taking a meeting and someone came to him, sir, there is a problem, एक छोटी सी दिक्कत बोला हाँ सर वो वर्कर्स का जो टॉयलेट है ना बड़ा गंदा रहता है और हमने कई बार कंप्लेन किया वो अच्छा ओके ही कॉल्ड अप समवन भाई ये वर्कर्स का टॉयलेट यार ये एग्जीक्यूटिव का टॉयलेट तो मैनेजर्स का टॉयलेट बड़ा साफ सुंदर है ये वर्कर्स का टॉयलेट खराब क्यों कितने दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा बोलता सर अबाउट मंथ एक महीने में वो तो मैं इसको एक दिन में ठीक कर दूंगा तुम एक कारपेंटर बुला लो प्लीज लिसन टू मी केयरफुली मैं थोड़ा फास्ट बोल रहा हूँ एक कारपेंटर बुला लो मैं इसको एक दिन में ठीक कर दूंगा कारपेंटर है उसने पता क्या बोला ये जो एग्जीक्यूटिव वॉशरूम वाला जो बोर्ड है इसको लगा दो वर्कर वॉशरूम के बाहर और वर्कर वॉशरूम वाला जो है वो एग्जीक्यूटिव के बाहर अगर इंटरचेंज कर दो इंटरचेंज करते यू वोंट बिलीव 3 दिन के अंदर दी प्रॉब्लम वाज सॉल्व और वर्कर्स का वॉशरूम भी वैसे ही हो गया तो उसने एक और चीज बोली हर 15 दिन पे चेंज कर दिया करो सी द इनोवेशन माइंड्स आर लाइक पैराशूट दे वर्क ओनली व्हेन दे ओपन एक और छोटी स्टोरी एक बार मैं जल्दी बताऊंगा सुंदर पिचाई गूगल उसकी वाइफ और उसको कहीं पे डिनर पे बुलाया गया मैं जल्दी बता रहा हूँ उसकी वाइफ पहुंची और ये पहुंचने पर ये काम में बिजी हो गया जब ये निकला तो इसकी वाइफ वहां से वापस आ गई और ये निकला उसकी तरफ बिकॉज दे वर नॉट इनटू कम्युनिकेशन और ये जब पहुंचा तो इसको घर ढूंढने में बड़ी दिक्कत हुई देयर इज अ स्टोरी व्हिच इज ट्रेंडिंग ऑन लाइक फेसबुक एंड अदर सोशल मीडिया तो व्हाट हैपेंड उसको घर ढूंढने में बड़ी दिक्कत हुई बहुत परेशानी हुई पूछ के घर तक पहुंचा ये थोड़ी यार अगर कोई ऐसा एप्लीकेशन हम डिजाइन करते एक ऐसा ऐप डिजाइन करते गूगल मैप्स काइंड ऑफ जो कि हमें बता सके मुझे जाना कहाँ है एंड दिस इज द वे दिस आइडिया वाज बोर्न यू गेटिंग दिस इज द वे दिस आइडिया वाज बोर्न ये होता है दिस इज द वे आइडियाज कम जॉन शेफर्ड बैरन एटीएम मशीन का इन्वेंटर कैसे एक दिन उसके पास कुछ भी कैश नहीं था तो यार कोई ऐसा तरीका जिससे बैंक किसी भी टाइप पे कैश मिल जाए उसको लगा यार जब ये यूरोप में चॉकलेट वेंडिंग मशीन हो सकती है तो ये मनी वेंडिंग मशीन क्यों नहीं हो सकती एंड दिस इज द वे ही वर्कड ऑन द आइडिया एंड एटीएम्स केम दिस इज द वे आइडियाज कम right so what I'll do is I'll stop here take up some quick questions if you have acha anyone who has got any question you can ask me maybe later or right away I can take the questions any student who has got a question I'll repeat once again, any student who has got any question, any doubt, anything which he wants to talk to me, anything which comes to his mind. If not, I'll take a small feedback from you. Where you people benefited?
Sir,
Yeah, yeah,
sir,
please.
sir, if we want to sell a product, in order to sell the product, we need to create a necessity for it.
We need to create a necessity if it is not existing. If the necessity is already there, the product would have been there. You're right. A necessity or something urgency, I would say. Some urgency need to be created. Agreed, agreed. Go ahead. Fir?
So how can we find the opportunity for creating the necessity for our ideas?
For an ideal, how you can create a necessity, right? See, the
Yes,
point
sir.
is, uh, uh, one is when we talk about creating a necessity, is the idea has to be very strong. For example, when we talk about, let us take the example of Ola cabs and Zomatos. Have these things become integral part of our life? Yes, they've become.
Yes, sir.
They have become integral part of life. Why they could become? Because the idea was a strong idea, right? The idea was a strong idea. We did research about the market very well, and the market was very promising. It was very promising because ये जो changing lifestyle लोगों का आने वाले time में ये कभी वापस नहीं आ सकता. We always would get more busy, and so we'd order food from outside. We would travel with Ola cabs and all. So I think it is the power of the idea. It is the power of the idea which makes a thing more important or less important, or it makes a thing necessity. And with changing trends, changing lifestyles, this things strengthens up. उसको ये strengthen करती है. उसके अलावा जो है, advertisements have got a bit of role. I would not say बहुत ज़्यादा role. Advertisements have got a bit of role in making people aware, increasing the awareness. So these all things taken together can increase the importance of a particular product or a service, right? Sometime like we can have a discussion on this. You can come to me and we can have some more discussion with some more facts. Any other
Thank you so
student?
much, sir.
It was a pleasure. Thank you so much. And any other student? Else, my last question would be, where you people benefited? Is it going to help you?
Yes, sir.
If yes,
Absolutely, sir.
raise your hand.
Yes,
How many people say yes? I could see. Raise your hands, people who are saying that this workshop has benefited you. Wow, many. Okay, increasing, hands are increasing every time. Once again, I'm repeating, people who have been benefited, they can raise their hands, would strengthen me. Okay, that's great. So I thank everyone from the core of my heart for listening very carefully to me. You all are like, to be very honest, like we at Amity are very proud of our students. Our students are very creative, very innovative, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. And in case anyone want to have any like discussion on this topic, he is most welcome. So thanks a lot to all my wonderful students for patient listening, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a
Sir.
lot. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
sir.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Was a
sir.
pleasure. Was a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best to all you all.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy your lunches. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for the claps which are coming. A few people are clapping, and it is turning to many, which I really, matlab, theek hai, it touches my heart. It touches my heart. And I thank you for all your love, all your affection towards me. God bless you all. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Thank you. I'm really
Thank you,
very
sir.
obliged and very gratified. Thank you so much. Thank you. All the best to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye all. Bye all.